Don't get too close.
Thanks, Mr. Gates. I appreciate you introducing this important piece of legislation to try to readjust the constitutional republic that we are. What we have seen is mass hysteria caused by you, the reckless leftist media. That's what we've seen. Let's consider this. What did Pulitzer Prize-winning reporter Matthew Rosenberg say? He said the left's overreaction, the left's reaction to it in some places was over the top. They were making it this organized thing that it wasn't. That's what Mr. Rosenberg said. What did the court say when you had an individual, a guy named Matthew Martin? He's tried. He just happened to be here, peacefully wandering around. But he was charged with entering a restricted building, disorderly conduct, violent entry, and parading in the Capitol building, petty offenses. But what we found out is he was waved into the Capitol. And what did a Capitol police officer say? Well, the crowd was large. We waved him in. That was the testimony given by a police officer. That doesn't sound like an insurrection. Neither do these comments by President Trump. Stay peaceful. Please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They're truly on the side of our country. Stay peaceful. 30 minutes later, I'm asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful. No violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order. Respect the law and our great men and women in blue. Thank you. That doesn't sound like an insurrection. How about this? Exclusive. The FBI finds scant evidence that U.S. Capitol attack was coordinated. FBI investigators did find that some cells of protesters, including followers of two groups, Oath Keepers and Proud Boys, had aimed to break into the Capitol, but they found no evidence that the groups had any serious plans about what to do if they made it inside the Capitol. That doesn't sound like an insurrection. Further, the FBI found no evidence that President Trump or people directly around him were involved in organizing violence, according to law enforcement personnel. No charges filed for insurrection or treason. How about when Director Wray came in and testified before Judiciary? He said there were three groups on the Capitol that day. Largely, and by far the majority, were peaceful. Second group were people that, for whatever reason, they entered the Capitol, but they were peaceful, but they committed a trespass. And then you had a small group that was violent. We call that a riot. Well, but that's not how it happened. The Democrats, they insisted that it was an insurrection, but the exchange between Eric Swalwell trying to get this director to say that it was an insurrection at the hearing in June of 2021, where Director Wray said, well, Congressman, I understand why you describe it that way, but as FBI director, that term has legal meaning. It was not an insurrection, but the crazos on the left, supported by their accomplices in the media, continue to try to harass and have President Trump removed from ballots using this false narrative. And it is a false narrative. And that's why I'm here. I appreciate Representative Gates and Representative Stefanik. And I will be supporting this bill. And I will just tell you one other thing. When I think of insurrection, well, I'm not even going to go there. I can just tell you this. I wish you'd all take a look at your leftist colleagues in the Congress who've advocated violence over time. Then tell me what insurrection is. I yield now to my friend from Tennessee, Mr. Burchett.